Good morning, folks. A lot to talk about. Well, this is going to be part 2 with AOC and, well, let's add another person to it. Cori Bush. Two un-American buffoons. Cori Bush, who says the 4th of July is not celebrated by blacks, it's only celebrated by whites, and the land was stolen. Okay. Now, AOC says the Confederate States, which were never admitted into the Union, and never have and never will be, well, let's debunk every single one of those claims, okay? Now, for Cori Bush's sake, let's do this for her. The 13 colonies, let's give back all the 13 colonies, which would be Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. Okay? Now, let's give that back to Great Britain. And even though Maine wasn't a part of that, let's give Maine back to Great Britain. Let's give Maine back to Canada. Actually, no, wait, it wasn't Canada. Let's give that back to Britain. Let's give Florida back to Spain. Let's give Texas, parts of Oklahoma, New Mexico, Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and California, all back to Mexico. Let's give Washington, Oregon, Idaho, a little bit of Montana, and a little bit of Wyoming. Let's give that back to Canada. Let's give Montana, a little bit more of Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Kansas. Actually, let me restart that over. Let's give Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Minnesota, Nebraska, Iowa, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, the rest of Oklahoma, another part of Louisiana. Let's give that back to the French, when it was known as the Louisiana Purchase. And let's give the other little dinky part of Louisiana to Spain, and another dinky part of Colorado to Spain. Let's give the very northern part of Minnesota and North Dakota back to Canada. And let's give... And what do we got left? That's it. That's all, folks. There you have it, folks. That's how you have it. All those states belong to another foreign country. Oh, I forgot about Alaska. Let's give Alaska back to Russia. And let's give Hawaii back to Great Britain. Well, before it was at Great Britain, it was in the hands of its native people / Great Britain. But eventually, in 1893, we eventually handed it back to the United States. And in 1898, it officially became an American territory. And that's how it normally became a state. They kept it in the United States territory. In 1859, it became the United States territory. As of Alaska, we took Alaska from Russia. In 1867, the same year, Canada became a country, an independent country from both France and Great Britain. And let's just say Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. That's it. Those are your only states left. Now, as your 13 colonies, and West Virginia, I forgot West Virginia. Now, as your 13 colonies, 4 states seceded from the Union. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. All those states seceded from the Union. Now, if you think about that, what would the American flag look like if those states never even were in a part of the Union in the first place and never did return to the Union? Comment down below and tell me what you think the flag would look like. Plus, 50 stars, subtract 4. What would that even look like? Well, even the 11 states that seceded from the Union never returned to the Union. What would that even look like? Just asking. Comment down below and tell me what they would look like, according to AOC's delusional thoughts. And I mean, this is literally what it comes down to. I mean, but according to her, we need to give up, according to Cori Bush, we need to give up Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. We need to give those states up as well. Give them up to Great Britain. They were territories of Great Britain, even though they weren't part of the 13 colonies. They were territories of Great Britain. And a little bit of part of Minnesota. But the little dinky bit of North Dakota and Minnesota wasn't necessarily Great Britain territory, even though it was part of the secession of the British secession. I guess you could call it Great Britain territory. But technically, that would also belong to Canada, I guess you would say. Same with Maine. I guess that also belongs to Canada, but then again, maybe not. I mean, that's literally kind of a question mark at this point. Then there's a little bit of part of Canada that seceded to, that Great Britain owned, that they seceded to Canada. I mean, they literally wanted a lot of their own land. And this is literally what they want. And a little bit of part of Alabama and Mississippi also seceded land to Spain. So, there you have it. No land left back to America. We are no longer America, according to Spain. The American flag doesn't exist. No 13 stars or anything. No 50 stars. No 13 stripes. What kind of flag would we have? Comment down below and tell me what kind of flag you think we should have, since I just told you all these stars and all these states no longer exist, according to Cori Bush. I mean, I'm literally beyond speechless. I'm literally lost between all this. But now, I'm going to do a segment of how this country was found. And who technically helped find this country. Not just from our founding fathers who wrote the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence, but who helped make this country. Each war that was fought on land helped build this country. Each president who was here helped build this country in some sort of way. From Washington, Jefferson, up to other presidents. They helped build this country. All the way up to Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War helped build this country in some positive way. Even Garfield and other presidents. Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt, aka Theodore Roosevelt, helped build this country in a different way than what it should have been. We're going to talk about what they did to help build this country into 50 states. How were they the real Americans? Those were the real Americans. They helped build this country back. They helped make this country what it was. Well, with that being said, I got some things I got to do. And with that, hit the like button, hit the bell, and so get notifications. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.